Am I recording? I guess I am. I hope I am. Little Johnny Cupcake here. He likes making ridiculous videos. So today, we're going to talk about two things I'm exploring quite a bit of. Well, I've been busy doing the Worthington All Drive repair tune-up. That's fun. And working on cleaning up some parts and pieces I got from the scrapyard some months ago. Oh, does time fly when you're having fun? Oh, yeah, it's cleaned up. 4 o'clock. Pacific Standard Time, by the way. Anyway, I want to talk about some things that I'm exploring and have done. One is stinging nettles in Germany. When was that? 1989. Dr. Margarita took me to a doctor who did stinging nettle treatment. Simple injections of it. Had an arthritic hip and that cured it. Forever. Never returned. So, I want to talk about that. I'm looking for green doctors with stinging nettles. So I'm going to try and grow some, get a pile of seeds and throw them in the ground, I guess. Because I got some issues here and here. Then I had the operation at Howard Memorial Hospital. Septic arthritis it was in the knee, and it's cleaning up pretty fast because I added also infrared or red light therapy to my regime, and it seems to be quite interesting how it affects things. They do about an hour with a handheld lamp. They're about that big. I put it in spots for an hour. I mean, right on the skin. I wouldn't recommend it to you because it gets kind of hot. However, this is my experiences with this stuff that's kind of intriguing. It does work from my point of view, and I'm going to put a link in to a video from a doctor who talks about stinging nettles and what they do. Okay? Check it out. And also red light therapy. I'll put 2 links in to this video so you can check it out yourself. I think Western medicine's got some good attributes and also some long, boring attributes, perhaps. My opinion, of course. But you must explore that yourself. And try it yourself if you want to. After all, it's up to you what you want to do. So, that being said, yeah, that being kind of said. So I was thinking of certain things like that in the medical field. Even poison oak is used for cancer treatment. From what I read, and I haven't gone deep into that, but so red light and stinging nettles. Someday I hope that I could see a doctor in the office, and the doctor would be a stinging nettle plant. But that's unlikely. Only closest thing came to that was a doctor administering it to me in Germany, in Munich. And it took a couple of weeks. Only one treatment. Got rid of it. Yeah, I mean, that's, in my opinion, that's impressive. I got grease on my fingers. I was working on so many different things today. And yeah, so I thought I'd mention those right off the bat, you know. I find also heart palpitations I have ever since the accident in Germany. But if I take potassium chloride in several grams of it stops it once in a while. I get it once in a while, though. That kind of stuff. I don't get out of breath. I got lots of energy. I don't get dizzy. I don't get faint. I don't get nothing like that ever happens. Okay, so because I saw a traditional doctor yesterday for a checkup. And I think I got white coat hypertension. Because I'm sitting in the sun, my blood pressure is 140 roughly, and it's been lower than that. And then go see a doctor, it goes up a bit. So, oh well. I am, after all, a bit neurotic, you know. But that's the way it is. Oh, stretch. Woo. Yeah, I've been pretty active the last couple of weeks. Here, getting things done, built. And testing radio gear and transmitters and all that. So our radio station comes in 3 shipments. It's a military receiving and transmitting and power supply system. It's going to be interesting, fun too. I got a lot done, actually. Got the little Algen lathe all fixed up and running, and other things running okay, and maneuvering stuff around. Fixed a number of electronic devices. I got working on my metal cutting table saw, which is very old, which I prefer to be iron and not cheap aluminium. It's all iron. I'm making my own design and putting a diable carbide cutting blade in it. So I can actually, well, I have cut on the other table saw brass metal up to 1/4 inch thick, as well as aluminum plate. If you do it properly, it just cuts like ordinary wood. I'll make cases for radio gear and other things. And apparently the table saw you can cut up to one inch thick aluminum plate. It's kind of interesting. But anyway, that being said, did I say it? I did say it. I do. Blah, blah, blah. Ha! What else is new? Well, the news media, Fox and CNN cover Donald Trump's a little fat little slob. He thinks he's God and a dictator. He's quite a character. He's done a lot of bad things, that's for sure. I don't know if he ever done any good things, I don't know. But the media's covered it. You know, I find that Fox is biased his way, CNN's the other way. So it's kind of intriguing. You can't really trust the media anymore. It's kind of intriguing. Nonsensical gibberish. EVO's doing well. Let's see, what else can I talk about? What else can I talk about, Barbara? Where's my hot chocolate? God damn it. My hot chocolate, Barbara! You slob, you. Get me my hot chocolate, will you please? Takes me a while to go over a doctor's visit. This one doctor. Not the good doctor, I know. I enjoy his company, actually. The one who did surgery on me. I'll see him on the 24th. Oh, I gotta stretch. Yeah, oh well. But the one I saw yesterday, pretty thorough in examination. Very interesting lady. Been a lady doc. The other doctor I had, Wilson, is it? Williams. He just wanted cash money per visit, $75 cash. Plus he's been got in trouble a few times as well, so we won't go there now. Yeah, so still not on Facebook because I don't know why. I just like, why? Why should I go there? I don't know why. It's just kind of boring. Everybody just says like. Oh, okay. Anyway, I missed Michael McCardle's stories because he uses Facebook to post his CTV news stories, and another contact of mine in Canada, Joel, was it 107 or something? 102 FM. He does kind of like, holy mackerel, knock your socks off. Awesome stuff. And he's a genius in what he talks about and as well as what he's exploring. He's put together a video on free energy, and I say it's really cool. So, you know, we write each other once in a while. And we're talking about that, and he mentions about the Hutchison effect. Whether he wants to do that or not, I don't know. But I said to him that, well, nobody ever gets a story right, you know. They're always biased or use other people's names, you know, haywire stuff. So I sent him some links to slideshare.net. It's got the scientific papers there. The Gulf of Mexico and other things. Then I gave him my Internet Movie Database profile, too, and what else I do? I can give him links to Bob Greener's research on the metal samples, and I gave him pictures of the U.S. government folks working with me, and also the Canadian government folks working with me on letter. I should give him the Liechtenstein letter tonight, maybe. Got lots of those. You can ask me questions because, you know, okay, the main media stuff is okay for television, but the little YouTube people and their stories about me are way off course and don't make any sense, actually. But maybe this gentleman, Joel, would do a exact job kind of thing with all the witnesses and all that. Oh, we can't reproduce his stuff. Well, actually, it has been reproduced 2 times. Nobody talks about it. It's oh, John uses strings. Yeah, right. Actually, hot wires to levitate things. T. Townsend Brown stuff. So if you do T. Townsend Brown stuff, you get, what do you call it? Criticized for using a high voltage wire, for Pete's sake. It's pretty pathetic, some of these people. And I get a bad comment once in a while. What happened to you? Whatever happened to you? They seem to be doing these kind of videos and doing the Carla stuff and other stuff, silly stuff. Oh, whatever happened to you? This is crazy. What did they do to you? Oh, that's it. You know, I said, are you a MAGA person? These are the MAGA people who like to kick everybody out of the country, who are non-white and a patriot, a white patriot, whatever that fucking means. I think a patriot term was used in the War of Independence, but these days I think it's outdated. Although I'm into old stuff, but you know, I'm with the modern thinking. not some old crabby fart bitching and complaining about everything. Some of these old buggers, they are really wacky. Wacky tacky. When I was a boy, it's a you know, that kind of crap. Jesus Christ, give me a break. When I was 140, I was down on my knees under the lathe, and I was fighting rats and mice and... Yeah, right. Oh, wow. So GOP stands for Grand Old Party. Well, what the hell is that all about? What the hell is a Republican? Listen, when something happened when the USA got its independence. All these old farts, they refer to the olden days as patriot and grand old party and do this and kick non-Aryans out of the country, and everybody who comes into the country is a criminal. Talk about mentally ill. You know, most of these assholes wear same old clown suit. A tie, a suit and a tie, a suit and a tie. That's all you see is suit and a tie. I always look at the ties and say, if they ever got caught in a lathe or something, they really get screwed up. Maybe they've got a death wish I don't know about, but oh well. And they carry briefcases. It's funny as hell to me, anyway. Definitely not a Star Trek world. It's more of some kind of primitive nightmare of things going on. Jesus. Well, and then you got the other dingbats. I want to blow everything up like that Dong Young North Korean asshole. What's his name? And you got Mr. Putin, and you got the other nut running Ukraine. I forget his name. And then you got the assholes in the Middle East going after each other. Israel versus Hamas, and then you got the other Palestine, and this is a pretty pathetic planet. No wonder aliens want to come here. They'd probably exterminate the whole damn human race. I don't know. I just live here. I just live here. You know, I wonder how many of these suit-wearing, tie-wearing lunatics pull their wang, you know? Go behind closed doors and play fun. Have fun. No, I admit there's some good ones. I mean, I met a number of good ones. Trying to remember, Berkeley Bedell was very well dressed, and so was Dennis Kucinich, very well dressed. And I met some others too. No complaints, very nice people. And my biggest fan, Prince Hans Adam Liechtenstein, he dresses to 9 yards, but they do that. There's good people that wear ties and suits, and there's stupid ones that wear ties and suits. I should do a video in a tie and suit just to the hell of it. Freak you all out. Whoever lunatics look at my stupid garbage videos. I'm the biggest lunatic around. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Sorta. No, I never met the Donald. I was invited on a show, but I didn't go because that's not my world, any of that stuff. Not my world. After all, I don't drive a car. I thank God for what I was born with. Agoraphobia. Thank God I was born to not fit into society. I fit in okay and do everything fine. passed all rules and regulations on gun ownership in Canada, I'm always responsible for whatever I'm doing on the warships and taking care of the Ecology Center in North Vancouver. Yeah, I mean, people put me in charge of doing stuff and I do it. It's a fair responsibility looking after a warship if everybody's off of it. A nice hot summer too, and that was HMCS Saskatchewan. If staff would want to go somewhere and do something there at a business meeting or something, they all went. So I just say I'm in charge. Okay, no problem. And babysitting kids around the planet. Take care of the kinder, take care of the kids, you know. I did all that. Very watchful. Or animals. Animals sitting, kids sitting in that, so I know I'm very responsible. Even dangerous situations I was involved in. There's that guy that wanted to get a police officer's gun. I walked right across the street and twisted the guy's arm, but grabbed the pistol, stuck it in the officer's holster while he handcuffed the stupid idiot. And Riverview, I took care of certain situations there too. Some people committed suicide there. A judge literally committed suicide. I tried to save him, but I couldn't crack the door down until the staff came with the keys and opened the door to the Crease Clinic Library. However, I gave a statement to the RCMP. This happened a number of times when I was having my fun in Riverview. Even helped a staff member clean up a square, I think it was a square yard or under a square yard of blood all over the place. Because somebody tried to off themselves in the bathroom. Something comes over me to help. It could be bullets flying or crazy people running around with a knife or something. I just know what to do. So that's my self-bragging society business, but it's true. And other earthly news, there's been a lot of rain here. Wow. Wet. I hate rain and cloudy skies. Can stay sunny all the time. I could care less. But anyway. For some reason, I enjoy making videos. Yeah, I guess because I can be myself, I suppose, without anybody watching me. Although during TV shows, everybody's watching you, with a camera crew and it. I just do it, you know. Mr. Do-It-All. Something just comes over me and I just swing into things. Like in Japan, I didn't know how to give lectures. I just went, talk. I'm watching a series on the making of Star Trek every night, I think. And I have met myself and Ken Shoulders and others are hosted by Star Trek in 1997. And I stayed at Herman Zimmerman, set designer for Star Trek's house, where his girlfriend lived, Linda McLean. So I met Herman in person. I could pictures to prove it. Being a Trekkie, I thought I died and gone somewhere. Hey, I'm a real hardcore Trekkie, okay? Right. But to meet Star Trek folks, wow! You know, that's what it is, you know? I met Bill Shatner at Safeway, supervising in Lynn Valley in the 70s. Bill McDonald and I. And before that was Vicky and I. That was the first Star Trek person I met, I think so. As time progressed, I met Kirk R. Thatcher. Stayed at his home for a couple of weeks. with Ian, filmmaker Ian Gaza, and they would go to Hollywood and daytime. I stay at Kirk's place, take care of 3 parrots, basically by talking to them. Then I go in his jacuzzi and swim around. I talked to Mrs. Roddenberry on the phone. I met Mr. Roddenberry. Well, when was that? With Billy Ross, 1980. Met other folks. Luckily, I have some pictures to prove what I'm talking about is true, for Pete's sake. I waved to Catherine Janeway. Got pictures of me standing by the Gene Roddenberry building. And pictures of us in Quark's Bar, Deep Space Nine. I met Mr. Worf in Vancouver with Ian, who gave Michael Dorn a bouquet for Mrs. Roddenberry. Ian stayed at Mrs. Roddenberry's home for a day, and I still got all the papers that Ian gave me, that Mrs. Roddenberry gave Ian, basically photographs of all the actors. It was made for the newspapers. Oh, so yeah, just fun times, I love it. And I met a few others. I met the NASA personnel that were putting together the Mars rover, same time period, 97. They even gave me a NASA newsletter in not outside, it's just in the company, and I still have it. Yeah, so I'm a real hardcore Trekkie. I believe the little Mars rover landed on July 4th, Independence Day. I was sitting with Henry Dakin looking out over San Francisco. His dad, his family used to make the Dakin teddy bears. Well, Henry had a 3220 Sacramento Street, San Francisco, California. That's where the Noetic Center was with Mike Egger and others. See how I go on a free association tangent. I was taught that by a psychologist years ago. So anything comes to my mind, talk about it, and I do. Oh, you think so? Hot SEX, really? Oh, I get I get quite warm, and I'm submissive. You can do it. I'm a subby dubby. Oh, harder. Yes, I took a Coyote. I took a test. I'm kind of in the middle of being male and female. Doesn't bother me. I find it fascinating, though. Psychology is a fascinating science. Studied it forever, ever since I was a kid. And then I had experiences with it at Happy Acres or Riverview. Found that humans are fascinating. Psychopathic killers, you meet those characters. You meet the schizophrenics who think they're somebody else. You met the neurotics. You met the psychosis when they get depressed. Manic depressive psychosis, folks. Psychotics. With psychopaths, they're under close observation, and you got to be very careful. Since they killed some people and went berserk and all that, they could go bonkers on you. Or if you hang Ron Matilla, I wonder if he's still alive at Hillside, psychopathic killer, trying to rehabilitate him for the outside world. And I would talk to him, and all of a sudden, I didn't notice any change at the time, but the staff was very worried about him and decided to put him back in Colony Farm where they kept all the psychopathic killers. And I've been there too with David Steele repairing television sets. I was with David Steele as an apprentice, and I go with him to all these different wards to repair TV sets. And one was R4, Colony Farm, and psychopathic killers all over the place, and they're well caged up, but still they had the staff always on alert. It's like, whoa, this is like one of these guys would get out and knock us both off, I suppose. I met one at Crease Clinic in the basement. Sometimes the staff would take them to the Friday night dance at Pennington Hall. As patients go and they dance with the nurses or all that. So one of them was kind of like really crazy, and it's fascinating. Trying to understand what he's trying to say, but I was very glad that he had two staff with him. Traditional white coat, then gray trousers. That was the time. So I'll have to talk someday about all my Riverview adventures again. For punishment, I got in trouble. I got punished by, they put me on the C4 ward, where they don't go outside at all, and you just walk around, or they push the furniture in the middle of the day room, and these poor souls walk around in a circle. Dr. Alice Kramer, Dr. Schlichter. I was there for one day, and the other one was for a week. Still didn't go to school. So I was released from there, went back to A2, no, West 4, Crease Unit. Then, after some time there, I was transferred to West Lawn Building, where the C4 ward was, but I was on A1, very kind of open ward. That's where I had my gun collection and radio equipment. Okay, this is all true. It's all can be verified by my lawyer, R. Flynn Marr, who's coming to visit sometime, as well as Alexander Sarashevsky, who's my partner in the levitation stuff. Anyway, we're going to have a fun time meeting up. So, yeah, Flynn wants to meet up and talk about the fun days, and they had to rewrite all the law books in Canada on my case with firearms, and all my firearms and machine guns were returned. Judge Cronin gave reasons for judgment and told the people who started the thing to never bother John again. Reasons for judgment. I think I got that somewhere too, the whole court case. Anyway, I'm going on and on and on and on and on. Little Johnny Cupcake goes on and 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 on. Little Johnny Cupcake. Yes, as I said before, I never drove a car. I just wasn't involved in all the mainstream society stuff. No, I never wanted a family. No kids. Never. I'm already a kid, and I got a kid called EVO, the little doggy, who I really adore. I adore all animals, by the way, and I got along fine with bears, black bears in the landfill in Linmore. 15 black bears around circled eating the garbage. Well, 3 of us, Billy Ross, myself, and old Joe, were searching for metal and crazy junk like that. And I think we found a TV set. And I found a military radio. So we go after 4. When it closes, and go through the garbage with the bears. I mean, a lot of bears there. Some of them were taking a bath with their cubs in the creek, Lynn Creek. That's gonna all be verified, Billy Ross in the old show. God, I wish I had a camera back then, like something like iPad. I could film a lot of fun stuff. Kind of like how I show them the ravens, you know? They don't mind. They just sit up in the tree and start talking about me, and I talk back to them. And they talk back and forth, back and forth. No, I love animals. They're amazing. I have high respect for them as well. I'm not gonna walk up and hug a bear for Pete's sake. Jesus, that's stupid. Hey, don't bother you. Don't think about them and don't do any stupid things. Like some asshole at Linmore, the landfill, was in a car chasing cub bears up trees. I said to such stupid son of a bitch, I said, what are you trying to do, get us killed? What's wrong with you nut? Kind of like one of those mega psychopaths out there. So dense they can't understand the severity of the dangers that Donald Trump would present. Those people are really blank. Very dangerous. But anyway, I better check and see how long I've been talking because I gotta do some air and yes I do. You can't do this and you can't do that. Old sticky bum. How long I've been chatting for? I don't want to. Oh, Evio's getting a new toy today. Let's see how long I've been talking for. Oh shit! 37 minutes. I better really get going. I didn't know it that long. God, oh my! 37 minutes. I am a talker, I know. I used to at the Psychic Fair, Expo 86. I had an exhibit for a week. And it was on TV too. Of Tesla coils going off in high voltage. Up in one of the tiers. Canada Place Stadium. And it was filmed by TV people. And radio people would come around. CKNW, and a friend of mine would go up to them and say, well, we got a real good talker here. I said, oh. Can you do a commercial for us? You're on the air. I didn't do that. I did it right to the second. Come down to Expo 86, the Psychic Fair. At Expo 86, we have special guests. I had a list. As well as see John Hutcherson fire up his high voltage experimental gadgetry. And they loved it, so I was doing that too. So I talk, and when it's in Japan, I just automatically started talking before audience and all the TV people. Well, I have that on, actually that was taped, and I got copies of all the television stuff. It was filmed, I just started talking, did my stuff. Kind of stiff in the beginning there, my first live thing. And then I loosened up and I did my thing, and kind of every day was a different city. I think all the way from from Hiroshima up to Kagoshima. Then around, I met politicians and all that. They weren't wearing ties, the dudes. I got pictures of them as well. Anyway, I got to really get going here. Gee. I go. Okay. Anyway, I'll put those links in. Let me see how to turn this thing out. Yep, there we go.